Okay then, so this next session is flexibility based, targeting areas like the glutes, the hip flexors and the hamstrings. So if you've got a desk job and you're feeling stiff and immobile, you can't go wrong with these. Okay, so first of all, just targeting the glutes, folks. If you just start with your self sitting on your sit bum, your hands behind you, just walk your feet out in front, and if you cross your left ankle over your right thigh, phase one, then just sliding your right foot a bit closer towards you. You're probably starting to get a stretch now into the left glute area, but if you can, just walk your hands in towards your glutes a bit more, sit up nice and tall, and you should feel a pretty good tight stretch going on in the left glute zone. So then if you push it out to your right a bit, you'll just increase it a bit extra. It's tight, but just hold, and then just walk your hands back and release. So again, same on the other side, right ankle over your left thigh, part one. Bring your left heel a bit closer into your butt for part two. That might be tight enough, but if you bring hands further in again, so you sit up tall, you've got the maximum stretch going on into that right inner thigh, and then just pushing the legs out to your left a bit, you'll really get that right glute zone pulling well. 3, 2, and 1. So that's the first way to do the glutes. The second one is a little bit more, a little bit different. So just starting on your left glute, we're going to start with the outside of your left knee down to the ground. So as you can see, the knee is actually pressed into the floor, the outside part is, okay? The right leg is going to straighten behind. So you're going to just have your hands in front, and you're probably starting to feel a pull going on already into that outer left glute. But if you slide your hands out long, folks, and you just lower your head down to the floor, the left butt is really going to feel that well, okay? So just keep the right leg straight behind you centrally, dropping your head. And as I say, there's no pressure on the actual knee, just the outside of your thigh. So we then come back up from there. And the other side, same thing, just again, outer part of your thigh in contact with the floor. The left leg is going to go behind you straight centrally this time, and your hands are in front. That might be tight enough for you. So again, just see the outside knee in contact with the floor. But if you lengthen your arms out long and you lower your head down, you pretty much get the maximum amount of pull in the right glute zone. So that's the second way to do your glutes. The third one, lying on your back, is just similar to the seated position, except might be more comfortable for you. Your left ankle crossed over your right thigh, lift your right foot off the floor and just pull your left knee and left foot towards you, and that left glute really feels it. And if you push it out to the right a bit, you'll get the extra. It's probably tighter lying on your back, in fact, but maybe more doable than the seated position. So right ankle over left thigh, lift the foot off the ground, grab right foot and right knee with hands, pull towards you, push out to the left as well. 3, 2, and 1, and then just untangle your feet there. So that's 3 ways for the glutes. And then just coming into your inner thighs. So just sitting up tall first of all, knees bent together but not for long, the knees coming apart, your feet joined together, and your adductors open up pretty well. If you want to go further, just perhaps place hands on the ankles themselves. Breathe in, just apply a bit of elbow pressure so you get those knees as close to the floor as you can. And you drop your head and hold. 3, 2, and 1. So the next one for the adductors, we're going to just lie on our backs and we're going to take your arms back behind the head. And if you just start with your left knee bent with your foot high and loose, just give that left knee some rotation. One way, and then the other side, just circle it around. And then just bringing your left leg to the half table, you're going to put your right palm onto your right thigh, folks. Left hand onto your left knee, head down, just pull left knee out to the left as best you can. So you've opened up the hip and you're stretching the inner thigh pretty well. Hold and just switch to the other side. So Just starting off with your hands behind your head or just alongside if you want. Just give the right knee a bit of circle and then change direction. So you're going to have right leg half tabled now, folks. Left hand onto the thigh, right hand onto the right knee, head down relaxed, breathing in. Just pull that right knee out as best you can, sending it into the abductor and stretching it off well. 3, 2 and 1. So we come up from there. That's a good way to hit glutes and inner thighs then. So just a basic flexibility phase now. We're going to have your legs wide apart, straight and out to the sides. Hands are on your shins. If you just start sliding your hands down to your feet, ankle areas, guys, you'll drop the head down and the inner hamstrings will feel this pretty well. So just hold and breathe. Lifting your head, sliding your hands up to about mid shin height level. Left hand on your left shin. Just turn your head to the right. Breathe in, and if you can just pull your right arm back as much as you can, that left side of your back feels a good stretch off, and also across the front of your right shoulder. So put right hand down, lifting left arm up. Breathe and turn head to the left and pull your left arm back. So right side of your back pulling and left of your upper body also. Okay, and then just targeting your lower back areas, chest up tall, hands behind that head. Just let your left elbow lower down to your left, so you stretch the right of lower back off well. Inhale and come up, and then drop your right elbow down, stretching off left of lower back. And then as you come up from there, just lengthen your arms out to the wider shoulder height, turning upper body to a right foot and aiming to the outside of that right foot with your left hand. Breathing as you come in, and then blowing out, just reaching out to the other side. So think of your shoulder blades melting. You're really pulling on the outsides of your hamstrings in this phase, folks. Just really flexing the outer part of your thighs. One more time. Breathe. And then just slowing that down. Also give your feet a shake off, and we'll target a bit more of your spine now. So just having your feet together, back up nice and tall, your arms lengthened in front of you. All right. First of all, for the upper back, your chin is tucked in. Just round your shoulders forwards. Let your chin tuck in, feel that in your upper back. And then for the lower spine, fingertips behind you, chest up nice and tall. You'll feel a bit of a stretch going on in your lower back. It's slightly curved now, okay? Hold. And then for the central spine, just flex your feet down, raise your arms up high, chin tucks in, and breathing in, just reach out towards the feet areas, put your fingertips down, drop the head and hold still. So that central spine and lower back, it gets the release. Okay, and then coming back in from there, we just stick that right foot inside towards your left leg now. Left foot coming towards you, reaching your arms up high, breathing in, reach out to the foot as best you can. If you can only touch your ankle, that's okay. Just drop your head down, stretch off the central hamstring now, and that way we've hit all areas of the back of your thigh. Other side also, right leg in front, straight, left foot inside to that thigh, and reach out long to the toes and the back of the foot, head down, deep breath in, central hamstring. If the knee has to be bent, that's okay, but just hold that. Bringing the hands back in, slightly complex hip flexor stretch now. So if you start with your knees bent, which means you'll have your left foot in front of your right thigh, no pressure on the actual knees, but if you can just try and walk your hands back and place your wrists down, you'll get that front part of your upper thigh really pulling. If you want to go a bit more advanced, just grab your right foot and draw the heel a bit closer to your glutes. So just lean back a bit, and the upper part of your right thigh stretches off brilliantly, okay? It's a bit more advanced, this one though, do not worry if you can't manage it, alright? So we'll just come up and we'll switch. Both knees are bent, right foot in front of your left thigh, and that might be tight enough. If that's as much as you can do, that's okay. But further, you just coming back onto your elbows, and if possible, you're just going to grab your left foot and draw the heel closer to your glute, and that upper thigh really gets a tight one. Just hold that there also. So from there, we'll now come into a little bit of lower back release. So you've probably seen these stretches on other videos, folks. We're just running through a few of them again. So we're just sticking the left arm out to the left side, right leg on the floor, bending your left leg to half table. Just push the bent left leg to the right as far as you can, and then breathe it in, just turning your head to the left. The left of your lower back stretches off well. Also, just hold. Bring the head back to the middle, and we'll change sides again. So right arm stuck out to the right, right leg to half table bent. Push the right leg to the left as far as you can go, and then if possible, turning head to the right shoulder. Nice and steady. And then just getting into those calves and hamstrings again. If you just maybe start with your legs straight, your hands behind the back of the hamstrings, interlock your fingers, just hug your legs towards you, your butt comes off the floor, you flex your feet up and down, just to promote that hamstring flex. Breathe. And now with your butt back on the floor, hands up behind your calves, just a bit of flexion of the feet also. Just stretch down those lower legs. And then again for your inner thighs, if you can, just keep a hold of straight legs. Breathe in and just take them apart as best you can. Great stretch to the adductors. Okay, hold. Breathe in and close. And just opening up your rib cage as well. Tabletop legs, spread out arms to T-shape, and then dropping bent legs to the right and head to the left if possible. Ribs opening up on your left hand side. Head to the middle, press your hands into the ground, and then just drop bent legs out to your left. Head to the right if you can. Ribs getting a good stretch on the right side also. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the middle, and then just pulling yourself up. We'll come into a couple of kneeling ones, just again for the hip flexors. So the left foot is in front, left shin is sloped, back up nice and tall. If you can, just begin to bend your left knee nice and deep, just to the point where that back front thigh is getting a pull on. And then extend the left leg straight as you lift your foot off the ground, hamstrings centrally again. Left foot going flat, left arm locked out in front. Bend your left knee, folks, and just get that left arm pulled back as much as you can to get across the chest and shoulder. And then again, just putting your fingertips down or your left hand under your toes, just to increase the stretch off there as well. Okay, just breaking that up, coming down to your front. Good one for the lower back on each side specifically. If you just start with your right arm locked out, your left hand on the floor flat, you're going to just lift your left foot off the ground, folks, and just turning your head to the left, push your hands to the floor. Just try and get the toes of your left foot as close to the floor as possible. Just stretch on that left side of the lower back area. And then onto your front we go. Left arm in front straight, right hand alongside chest. Bring the heel to your glute, and then just bend that right knee. Try and get the toes of right foot as far back as you can. Just pulling on the right of lower back area. Okay. And then just bring yourself back up from there. Last phase now for the hamstrings, hip flexors. Right foot is in front. Just slope out your shin, hands on the hips, put a bend into your right knee, pull down the front of that left hip flexor, and straighten the right thigh, fingertips down, and then finally just putting your right arm in front straight, left hand on your thigh, bend the right knee, and then pull back the right arm. Getting that upper body opened up. And then the last phase then, just having your hands down or fingertips on top of the toes of the right foot. And that will do as a very short but hopefully beneficial lower body flexibility phase. Okay, good luck.